I went to Connecticut and grabbed this bag and this box, or that box over there, and right part number. And I'm like, okay, like I looked at my phone, I said it's the right part number, and because he did text me and said, hey, you need this too. So that part number and that part number, right part number, and I start reading the description.
You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. So previously, almost blew away doing tent work. Yeah. No, we're good. The donor even offered me a job. What a nice guy. Told me in my free time. If we ever get some free time. Previously, we were messing around with this. So today we should see the hardware and we're gonna get the PTO on. That is my plan. But right now, I'd like to finish up this wiring. So it's gonna go from this line here down and then up to that block, and once we get that done, then we can wire that. That will be all new because, as you see, we got all sorts of stuff not going places and things like that. So I'll get that unwrapped. We're gonna figure out what goes to where, put the ends on, then we'll have damn close to like a pretty new wiring all around on this truck. Everything that really matters. We do got to do some taillight work, and that's about it. Yeah, we're gaining. So I appreciate you guys watching along. I'm excited to get the PTO put in this, because then the wet kit's on, then this is ready to run to haul manure, because that is coming really quickly. But let's dive into it. I knew this was pretty bad, but tell me why your wires don't work. Starter kit. Yeah. Oh, that's not attached to nothing. That's not attached to nothing. Yeah, that's not attached to nothing. That's rubbed through. Ground wire. Yep. That will be the reason why. So it'll be good to have that all redone up. Finally getting somewhere with this. Yeah, we just got to put some zip ties, get it all locked down, get it tight. I did get some clamps along the way, so that's clamped. We got to make that tight in there because this is where it actually pivots. I think they put clamp there. We'll see if we can get some of that off. So got it all color coordinated to what a trailer would usually be. So that's run down. It's got brackets across here. This is what I pulled out. So look at this mess. No wonder half the stuff didn't work. But look at us now. Okay. So this will get screwed right on there. This is my horn one. So clearly somebody ran an extra wire. I just got to run that up. But I figured I'd show the progress of where we're at. Same with this side. We'll just screw it right in there. Ran that new wire. Like I said, we got to put holders right there, right there. I do have them, so that's something on the list. Probably put this one right here, add a holder, and it's gonna go over that way or something, so it doesn't hit. And the point is, so when it goes up, that doesn't hit. But you guys want to see what it looks like? Flashers work. Added the side lights, which are supposed to be there. High beams, low beams, they all work, so that's much better. So everything is LED except for those front bulbs. We're probably gonna put some LED front bulbs in there. They're just so much brighter, better for running, but that is definitely gaining. I'm glad I have those side lights back in, and that worked out well. Yeah, so alrighty, that is enough wiring for today. Well, in this project for right now. Like I said, we were waiting on some overnight stuff, and sure enough, it showed up. So I went out front to get a few more connectors because I used up all mine. Gotta put your stud kit in. Yeah, spacer goes in between this and that, I believe. And then this one has the shims. It should have shims somewhere in here. Shims that actually extend it out. So we're gonna have to get our dial indicator. See, where is it? Checking gear backlash. There we go. Got a torque spec, everything else. So, alrighty. Yeah, the time has come for this to have hydraulics. View from under the truck. So, we got the cover off the side here, and as you see, those gears are extremely far inside there. That is why we needed that adapter. So that adapter will sit in, get close to, well, get on that gear, and then allow the PTO to actually be on the outside there. So got the cover off, had a little bit of oil sitting on it. Got it drained, but I got everything here. So got our gasket. What we'll do first, throw our stud kit on, and then that will allow us to line everything up. So on these stud kits, you'll see there's Loctite already on one side. The threads are different. So this side goes into the case, and then the other with the Loctite, because that way they know it's not going to move. And the other side has a set of bolts on it, or nuts, I mean. There we go. So 6 bolt, and we'll get those tightened right down. And I do have my dial indicator, so we got to make sure we're good there. This adapter piece did come with a ton of spacers on it. Okay. Where are we here? Ow. Of course, it's bigger. I did not think that out. I lied to you guys. It's not bigger. That's what I thought. It just had the bolt still stuck in it from before, or was sitting in it. So if I run them in, that Loctite will start sealing it up. And then I can back them off. And then those will all be set, which is good. Everything lines up then. My other one, well, usually you don't have that adapter plate, so you just throw it up there and take the cover off, and you set all your backlash on how much the gears mesh together, and the bolts just go through. But clearly this one's a little different, and I knew something was weird about these transmissions, but now we know what. Needs that little gear in between. So got that one. It's a gasket or shim, but got that one in. Problem we're gonna have here, not really sure how you check this one, because you got to have it held in there. I take it we go off the back gear, but then this adapter, I can't see with my hands in the way. There we go. So then this adapter goes right up into there. Oh no, it goes the other way. That one's too short. Okay, goes off this gear. There we go. Maybe not. I can't imagine we need that many shims. I think I'm in between a gear. Okay, so it does say before to check how it all looks, and this one it looks really good. This thing was made 6/27/2018 at 12:20 p.m. That's wild that that's on there. That one's just, I got too much of a gap. Put the adapter up there. It touches the one gear aggressively, like there's a big gap in between it. Put it on the other gear, it doesn't touch it at all. So I'm like, okay. So I got this bag. I went to Connecticut and grabbed this bag and this box, or that box over there. And right part number. And I'm like, okay, like I looked at my phone, I said, it's the right part number. And because he did text me and said, hey, you need this too. So that part number and that part number, right part number. And I start reading the description. That's supposed to be a 0.24-inch steel spacer. It was just a gasket. Okay. So we cannot do this, and yeah. So I called and I said, if they actually have it and can verify that they have it, I will go get it, because I want this done this weekend. It's stuff like this that drags on, and I know I should have got it sooner, things like that, but I got all the right parts, and then all of a sudden I'm like, hey, I can't do it. So if that's the case, we'll go drive 4 hours and we'll get it. That way we can get it in tonight and get this truck buttoned up so that we can run next week and be in a good place. But he's gonna give me a call back. We're gonna see. Alrighty, we are going on a road trip. Yeah, since fuel's so cheap. Nope, we're going back down to the Fleet Pride shop. I guess I talked to Dana, who set me up, and he said, oh, that's not good. He said, yeah, it's supposed to be a metal sheet. I said, now that I read what it is, I should have picked up that it wasn't the right part right away. And so he called down and he said, he called me back and he said, yep, the spacer is sitting in there. You're supposed to have the spacer and that gasket. And he said, yep, that is your problem. So guy down there named Hank is gonna leave it out for me, because I'll get there after hours. Not that much after hours though, maybe like 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So he's gonna leave it out for me. We're gonna grab it so that we can get this PTO on tonight. Otherwise, our next best option would be we get it probably by maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. And we're trying to finish up projects, so yeah, not ideal, but we'll get it. Little deja vu. That's where we were yesterday. Do you remember that? We were there. So he said, go up here to like the cul-de-sac, which is a big open area, and go left. And then you'll see a gazebo somewhere. I'm gonna go with it's right there. I think so. Looks like a gazebo. Yeah, it's sitting right there on the table. Whew. Okay. Yep. Fell out of the bag. So that's the spacer that we need. Yeah, I appreciate it, Hank. Yep. Definitely was missing this. Even the part numbers on it. So. And it's got some directions and stuff. Stack no more than 4 shims together on one side. So, alrighty. You peeling some stuff? You ready to go home? I'm leaving. Made it home. What time is it? 8 o'clock? 7:45. So, oh, I see I left my light on. Let's get this going. Actually, I gotta eat breakfast. Wow. Wow. Actually, I'm gonna eat dinner first. Got some Panera. It was quick. Right along the side of the road, so yeah. Don't want to starve, right? Right? He was sleeping most of the ride. Oh. Alrighty, let me eat quick and we'll get into that. Let's see how this goes now. So we got an outside seal, we got an inside seal. Well, shim, And then we got the actual metal piece. So that's supposed to give it to us. We got some directions. I guess I will read the directions. This adapter piece, I believe the backlash has to be set the same. So this is 0.006 to 0.012 backlash. So how much it moves back and forth without actually moving the gears. So pretty much free play of it. Problem is we got the adapter in between, so we got to get that up and get that set, which I think means we're gonna have to get some washers to hold it down so that we can measure it. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, okay. Without dropping everything on our heads. Let's see, throw this up there. I guess it's gonna fight me the whole way up. There we go. And get this up there. And then, drop that. And we get the gear up there. Let's see how this should work a little better now. I'd hope, right? Now that we supposedly have all the right pieces. Oh yeah. But like I thought, we're gonna have to get some washers just to hold that down while I mess with it and make sure it's spaced right. Otherwise we gotta space it out. Well, shim it out, I guess it would be. What did they use? Fine thread and stuff here going on. Yeah. Okay, that's held up there. But let me grab some spacers. I actually got to hold the bottom gear with this, or the gear in the transmission with a screwdriver. But you can see here, this is what I'm doing, seeing how much it moves. But the gear in the transmission has a little bit of movement by itself, even when it's locked in. So it's giving me a false reading. So I needed both hands. What I was getting was about 15.015 of free play. And we want to be 0.006 to 0.012. So what is that, 12 hundredths? So we need to take the bottom shim, well, one of the shims out. I believe the first one in is the thickest shim that I got, so we'll put a thinner one in, and that will close up the gap a little bit. Yeah, this shim was a very thick one, so I'll get it off of there. I did use a little bit of silicone to hold it on there. Okay, so we got about just about 10, maybe a little less. Okay, so that one's good. That's good. Second try, not bad. So take my dial indicator off, stick it back over there. So we're good with those shims. So now we got to get the PTO and actually get that up, and then we got to shim that too. So put one big shim in, and we'll see if that's our number or if we got to do a smaller one. Whoa. Definitely need some more hands in my life, but I'll get it. There we go. That's up there. Get one started. Okay. So that is up there now, which is good. Can you guys see anything working in the dark? Maybe. Alrighty, let's get 2 on, get them tight. And then we'll check. You got to take this cover off, and then you check what it has for backlash. Alright, so you take this cover off, which has the shift fork in it. So there it is, shift fork. That just moves back and forth on the cable. What we gotta do now is figure out what we got for backlash here. Yeah, so we are in spec, which is wild. First try. So power comes in, rotation. When you engage it, it locks in the gear right there, and then this spins, which, as you see, we can't spin it very much because it's locked in, but if we disengage it, there we go, come on, then all of this spins. So when you're disengaged, none of this spins, but this gear will be spinning. But since it's locked to the transmission right now. So, alrighty. We'll get the rest of the bolts in, and yeah, I might call it a night because we got to put the tank on and the pump on to build the drive shaft because we don't know the distance between it. So we'll have a cable that actually moves this. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Very nice. Okay, we did a good job. You guys were awesome. So we will go ahead. And first I'll show you before I switch them. Let's flip the rear work lights on. So I switched one out earlier just to give you guys an idea of the differences. So that's the right side. That's the left side. That's the new flood lamp. Wired right in. I'll walk back up here. A little bit of a difference. Not bad, but, well, actually, hold on, because everybody's gonna say that makes a difference. Okay. Yeah, these ones are definitely a little brighter, so I'll switch this out and then we're gonna check out the truck. Yeah, I got some light now. Those bad boys are pretty bright, so we all know red gauges. Big fan of the red. Oh, that's just the reflection. I was like, what am I doing? Blinkers, LEDs, strobe lights up top. It's coming together. Definitely coming together. So, somebody wrote earlier, even with all the lights working, people still won't notice or still won't realize what's going on, but we're gonna look halfway decent rolling down the road. Yeah, I'm very excited. So appreciate you guys watching along. Today did not go according to plan. We spent probably by the time we got done messing around and everything else, 5 hours really doing nothing. So driving, getting that, but at least the PTO is in. We can run everything, get that pump and reservoir on, and then this thing will be just about ready for battle. Just about. We got some stuff to go over and whatnot, but yeah, definitely gaining. So appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.